Hi, today's topic is about national income. So, before going to our topic, let's introduce our teammates. Vishnu Naidu Analaki Apra Naidu, Nur Shafika Miza bin Muhammad Shariat, myself Tayala Analaki Tekuma, Songsi and Nurdiana Fateh Inti Shakir. So today we're going to do calculate national income and calculate expenditure methods. So let me explain about calculate national income. So first of all, this is the particulars that given in the question. There is government final consumption expenditure 100, subsidies 10, rent 200, wages and salaries 600, indirect taxes 60, private final consumption expenditure 800, gross domestic capital formation 120, social security contribution by employer 55, royalty 25, net factor income paid to about 30, interest 20, consumption of fixed capital 10, profit 130, net exports 70, change in stock 50. Next, we are going to calculate GDP. GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product, and sometimes we will call it NDP, which means Net Domestic Product. So for calculate Gross Domestic Product, consumption plus investment plus government plus net exports, which means exports minus imports. So in our question, we can get GDP from plus all of it, which is rent 200, interest 20, royalty 25, consumption to employees, which is 655 from wages and salaries 600, plus with social security contribution by employer 55, we can get 655. Next, profit 130 and mixed income 0 because we don't have any exports and imports here. So the GDP will be 1030. Next, we're going to calculate NNP. NNP is stand for Net National Product, which is Gross Domestic Product GDP minus with depreciation D. So in our question, we can find that GDP is 1030, which is we have calculated before this, and depreciation we can take it from net factor income paid to about, which is 30. So basically it's about 1030 minus with 30, and we can get NNP for 1000. And this is how we prepare a statement for national income. Next, what is GDP and NNP? GDP is Gross Domestic Product, represents the net value of goods and service produced within a country after accounting for depreciation. It differs from GDP by subtracting depreciation, reflecting the true net output. NNP is Net National Product is obtained by further deducting NFIA, net factor income from abroad, from GDP. NNP indicates the difference between income earned by residents from foreign investment and income earned by foreigners from domestic investments, offering insight into a country's economic relationship with the rest of the world.
So now let's proceed to question B, calculate the expenditure method. To solve this question, we need to know two formula. The first one is formula to calculate the GDP, which is Gross Domestic Product. And the second one is the formula to calculate the NNP, which is the Net National Product. So let's see the first formula, GDP. Gross Domestic Product equals to C plus I plus G plus NX. The C is the private final consumption expenditure, and I is the gross domestic capital formation, and G is the government's final consumption expenditure, and NX is the net exports. So by using this formula, we know that in this question, GDP equals to 800 plus 120 plus 100 plus 70 equals to 1090. So the GDP is the 1090. And let's see the second formula. Second formula is formula to calculate the net national product. So the net national product equals to GDP minus indirect tax plus subsidies minus description plus net factor income from abroad. So the indirect tax are the tax are calculated by the government on goods and service. And second one is subsidies are the payments made by the government to lower the price of some goods and services. Description known as the consumption of fixed capital is amount of fixed assets that are used up or owned out during the production process. And the net factor income from abroad is the difference between the income earned by the country's citizens and income paid to the foreigners from the country. So by using this formula, we know that the net national product in this question equals to 1090 minus 50 plus 0 minus 10 plus negative 13 equals to 1000. So the net national product is 1000. So in this question, the answer is price the GDP and NNP in terms of factories cost, which is the price that producer receive for their factories of production, such as labor, land, and capital. This is different from market price, which is a price consumer pay in the market, including indirect tax and subsidies. To convert from market price to factories cost answer, subtract the net indirect tax. And the answer also is price the NNP in terms of the net domestic product, which is a net value of goods and services produced in a country after accounting for distribution. So to convert from the gross domestic production to the net domestic product, the answer subtracts the consumption of fixed capital from the gross domestic product. So this is our calculation for the question.